Thanks to the EA Creator Network for giving me early access to the Lovestruck expansion pack. What's up everyone, my name is Marie, welcome to my channel and welcome to another speed build. So for today's video I am very excited because this is my very first build using the Lovestruck expansion pack. I got my hands on it a little bit early thanks to the EA Creator Network, so that is really cool. And obviously I immediately started building because that's all I want to do. I want to build in the new world with the new pack, see what it's all about, see the new items for myself, and just kind of form an opinion on everything. And so yeah, today I'm sharing this Bachelor's Bungalow. So this little house is meant for a single sim who lives alone, but loves to throw parties and loves the dating life, loves the single life, but also just like inviting his friends over for parties, like I said, that kind of thing. So that is essentially who this house is for. Before we get too far into the video, I just wanted to quickly remind you that you can use my EA creator code SIMMERYSIMS when purchasing any The Sims 4 packs on the EA app or website. So if you're thinking of purchasing The Sims 4 Lovestruck or any other pack, you can fill in code SIMMERYSIMS at checkout under promo code, and this helps support me and my channel. Please note that this is not a discount code. It is simply a way to support me as a creator. Thanks to EA for sponsoring this portion of the video. And I think it turned out really fun. This house is using just the base game and the Lovestruck expansion pack, so it should be very easy to download if you are looking for a build like this and you don't have all the packs, but you do have the Lovestruck expansion pack. Then you can download this because I am focusing on just the new pack and then combining it with base game, of course. So that is what I am working on, and it is just a very simple shape. I am not super familiar with the new style of houses that you can kind of see around in this neighborhood just yet. I have to do a little bit more of like research on that style of house. So for this one, for this little bungalow, I was just kind of going with the vibes and just kind of going with what I am comfortable with. So it does look a little bit more like something you would find maybe in Oasis Springs, like a little bit Mediterranean inspired almost, but definitely having a lot of fun with the new items, the new wallpapers, the new windows and doors, and yeah, I'm very excited. I'm always excited about new expansion packs or just packs in general because of the new items. I am obviously a builder at heart, so it's just really fun for me to explore new items and be inspired by new things, and I just had a lot of fun with this. So yeah, so this house ends up having 2 bedrooms. It's more 1.5 bedrooms really. The second bedroom is more of a guest room slash gym, because I thought that this sim would be very much into working out, staying fit, that kind of a thing. So they do have a little gym in their house. And for this house, I was definitely embracing the mismatched furniture and kind of incohesive look and feel, which I will get into that a little bit later as well. But first, you can kind of see the exterior of this house come together. I was having issues, well, not issues, but I was challenged by the fence situation because as you can see, this lot is entirely fenced in with a debug fence, which I really like. But it does make it a little difficult to kind of, if you want to fence in your front yard or your backyard, it's going to look a little silly because you're going to have like a double row of fences, if that makes sense. So that was a little bit challenging. At first I fenced in this front yard, as you can see, but I got rid of it, and then I found the matching debug fences that you can kind of see around this lot and kind of try to connect it in the front so that it kind of looks like one fence moment, if that makes sense. And then for the backyard, I fenced it in a little bit because I just thought that looked a little bit better. And I'm obsessed with the new windows. I think the new windows are so good. As you can see, there are these like small windows that you can mix and match. There are different sizes, and then there's one really small one that's open, which I personally love. I love when the Sims team give us open windows because I feel like that just looks so like realistic and lived in, and just like, or lived in, I guess lively is a better term if I'm saying that right, you know. I just feel like that looks so cute and just, well, I guess just realistic, and I just really like it. So that's what I was playing around with. The new wallpapers are really good. There are a lot of new wallpapers in this pack, which I'm very much enjoying. There's also this new terracotta tile that I'm placing in the front yard and in the backyard. And I just think it's such a good tile. It is so like neutral, but it's a terracotta tile in swatches that I've been wanting for so long. So I'm very excited about this, and I'll probably be using it in many of my builds. And also, are you seeing that rounded pool? I placed a pool with rounded edges, and I'm super excited about it. I love that this is an option now, and I've only been doing one build with it so far, so I can't really say a lot about it being buggy or glitchy or anything, but I did not encounter any issues whatsoever with the rounded edges for the pools, so that was actually perfect. And I'm just really liking the new arches. We have a 2 wide archway and a 1 wide archway that is like rounded and super simple, and just a really nice addition to what's already in the game. I was also exploring the debug landscaping for this one. Of course, that's one of my favorite things whenever I get my hands on a new expansion pack that comes with a new world. It's just so much fun to see what they added, like foliage-wise and tree-wise. It's usually just in debug. This pack also has a tree, a really beautiful like purple tree. I'm not sure what the name of the tree is from the top of my head, but it's really nice, and that's actually in the build by menu. So that is really good. A nice tree added into the catalog is always good. I just try to keep this house very simple. It is a little bit overgrown. I was definitely going for a bit of a run-down look. Not necessarily run-down, but it is just like a bit of an older house is kind of what I was going for. You can see that I combined different wallpapers on the exterior, and that green wallpaper that I used in a couple of areas is actually one that's a little bit chipped away, which I think is so cool. There's something about making houses or builds look a little bit more older, more run down with the chipped paint. I just personally love that so much, and so I'm very happy with this new wallpaper, and I definitely used it. I am planning on doing like, I don't know, maybe just a rundown little house or maybe a rundown little apartment building in this world. With For Rent, of course. I feel like that would be a really good combination, since For Rent also has those like moldy stains and stuff like that. I feel like it would just go together very nicely, but that's a future plan. For now, obviously, this is my one and only build that I have done with this pack so far. And yeah, so when I got my hands on this pack, which was yesterday, I went live on Twitch to kind of do an overview. I was looking at all the build buy items and all the cast items, just separately, seeing what's all coming in this pack and what it's all about. And I will say, I love all the items separately that are coming in this pack. I think all the items, quality-wise, are phenomenal. They look so good. The colors, the swatches, it's all super pretty, and the detail, the texture on these items is really, really good. I will say it feels a little bit incohesive, which maybe that's what they were going for, and that is what I kind of focused on for this build. Since I'm using only base game and the pack for this build, I figured I might as well just embrace the incohesiveness of it all and kind of make a little mismatched house for a sim that's not the most wealthy, but does like luxury and nice, pretty things. So they live in a house that's maybe not the newest or the nicest, but they will spend money on like nice furniture. For example, I put the heart bed and like a really nice accent wall in their bedroom with probably very expensive wallpaper. They have a really nice kitchen with a bar and a kind of bougie looking dining area, that sort of a thing, but all like in a house that is not super nice. So that's kind of what I was trying to go for here, and I feel like that is what this pack is really good for. If you're trying to make a very cohesive house with just the base game and this pack, it's going to be a little bit difficult, and it kind of makes sense because Lovestruck is obviously focusing on dating. So it comes with a lot of items that are good for lounges and bars and many, or not many, but like in a couple different styles. And that's what this stuff is really good for and very usable for. So it's really almost very much focused on community lots, but then there is also a couple things sprinkled in for just a regular house. There is, for whatever reason, a really big selection of chairs, just like lounge chairs, which makes sense because you would find those in bars and lounges as well. And it's nice because we have some options that you can use in your house. As you can see, we have started on the interior, and I placed a couple of those new like purple chairs by the TV, and I think those are really good. They don't really match with a base game couch that I'm using, but again, that's sort of what I was going for and what I was embracing for this house. But also, I didn't really feel like I had a choice to do it any other way because it was just not really going to match. And it was just going to look really off if I was going to try to match it with the base game modern stuff, for example. Like that wouldn't really go. So yeah, well, I've been saying it a lot, but just like the incohesiveness of it all is fun for a house like this. I was feeling very inspired to do this sort of house for a bachelor sim that loves to kind of live in luxury, but they don't really have the money or the house for it, but they kind of try. And whenever they do have money, they like to spend it on nice stuff and put it in their house to impress their friends with their cool dinner parties because they have like a bar in their kitchen, you know, like that sort of a thing. So I feel like that's what it's really good for. It comes with a lot of build items, which I really like. There's a pretty big selection of windows that are matching, so that's good. And then there's a good selection of doors also for separate kinds or different kinds of community lots and venues to go on dates. So I feel like that is really good. But then there's a couple new bets that I really like as well. I mean, that makes sense. It's a love pack. It's focusing on woohoo. Of course, we would have some beds. So yeah, that all makes sense as well. There's that one little chair that I placed in by the front door. It's a little rundown folding chair, and I think it's so cute. I placed it in the living room as well by the desk. I was going for one of the bougie chairs by the desk at first, but it didn't really work out, so I decided to go for the rundown one in a nicer swatch, I think. Yeah, I went for black. So that was really fun, and I think that just looked good. Yeah, so I guess my opinion is of the build by items is it all looks phenomenal. I am, by the way, also obsessed with the selection of art in this pack. There is so much art and also a lot of wall decals that are just super versatile. They come in a lot of different swatches, and they're so like fun to use for different styles of builds, or types of builds, I should say. So I really like that. And then also the dining room set with a higher table that you have to use bar stools with. I think that's really fun. We don't have a lot of those tables in the game, so it is a nice addition. But then again, I'm definitely also missing some items, you know. We did get really nice beds, one of them being the hard bed, the other one being just a really nice, more modern bed, I guess you could call it. But like, I would love to have a matching dresser or wardrobe, for example. I think that would be a really fun addition. We didn't get a bookcase with this pack either, so that would have been nice. We didn't really get a lot of end tables or anything. I mean, we did get I think we got like a couple nightstands that match one of the beds, which are really good. I really like them. But we didn't get any like wider end tables or anything, you know, that sort of a thing. So I was definitely, you know, missing a few items when it comes to creating a residential. That's what I just found, what I experienced as I was building this house. We're starting on the kitchen, by the way, which I really like how the kitchen's turning out. I decided to divide the space with a half wall because the kitchen turned out really big, which I wanted it to be big because I wanted there to be space for dinner parties and stuff. So we have a little, or actually a rather spacious dining area at the other side of the kitchen. And I think it just looks really fun. And this bar was perfect. The base game bar was perfect for this kitchen. So I don't know, I really like this. So yeah, I guess my opinion of the items in this pack is that it all looks really good quality-wise. It's phenomenal, but it feels a little bit incohesive, which again, might have been what they were going for. It makes sense for this type of style that I felt inspired to build, but I mean, still, it's a little bit incohesive. If you just have base game and this pack, you're not going to be able to build a very cohesive residential house. It's going to be a little bit all over the place unless you decide to use mainly base game items with a couple of Lovestruck items sprinkled in here and there, you know, because it does go nicely with builds that you would find in Oasis Springs, more Mediterranean type of builds. That's what it would really go hand in hand with. These terracotta tiles for both the floor and the wall, and just a lot of the other wallpapers go really nicely. So that could definitely work, but yeah, other than that, it's just a little incohesive. The stuff is really beautiful. I think it's phenomenal. I think it's really well made, and quality-wise, it's gorgeous. I will have to play around with this some more, of course, because the only build I've done so far is a residential build, and I wonder if I'll feel differently about this stuff working on a community lot. I wonder like how difficult or easy it is to build something cohesive for a community lot with just the base game and this pack. So I definitely want to do that as well, but I also want to build something with all my packs, including Lovestruck, to see how it combines with other packs. Because I feel like, for example, like I kind of already mentioned, I think For Rent would be really good to combine this pack with. I think that's just going to be a really fun combination of items and things that are just going to go very nicely together. In this area where I'm building right now, there's a lot of like little debug houses, of course, around the area, and they all look like little multi-unit builds, so duplex homes, for example, and they look super cute, and I just feel very inspired to build a multi-unit lot here in this world somewhere. I think that's just going to be really fun to do. We are working on the dining area that I was talking about before, so I wanted this space to be really good for dinner parties, so I decided to go for a pretty bougie looking bar back here. It doesn't really make any sense maybe, but I thought this one, out of the, I think 3 bar backs that we got, was it 3 or 2? I'm not exactly sure. I felt like this one looked pretty good on its own still without like a bar in front of it. I thought it just looked like a really pretty, little bit bougie shelving unit, and I just think that was really nice for this dining room that I was working on. And then one of the items that I really like in this pack is this closet, this storage closet. It works like the walk-in wardrobes from the Get Together pack. This one's just a storage closet. It has 1 door, but it is a 2-tile item that you can kind of build in. And Sims can woohoo in it. We've all seen that in the trailer. It looks super fun, and I definitely had a lot of space in this house. It's actually pretty big. So thankfully I had the space to kind of take away a little bit of room from the bathroom and build in that closet. I just think that's so fun, especially for a house that is for a Bachelor sim. I think it would be nice to include different little spots for them to woohoo whenever they bring dates over, because, you know, that just makes sense for this pack and for this house and for this vibe that we're going for. So I added in that closet, and then here we have the bathroom, which is a little bit spacious and a little bit awkward in how it's all spaced and laid out. But I really wanted to use the new shower door. It's a glass door that fits in with one of the half walls perfectly, as you can see, and it's just so perfect to build a walk-in shower. I've been wanting to do that for ages, and I do it a lot by just using windows and stuff and kind of built it in that way. But I'm so happy we have an actual shower door now. I think it's just gorgeous. I wonder if you can still woohoo, because it comes with an open shower, and the open showers usually your Sims can't use for woohoo. So I wonder if this wall-mounted open shower works as a woohoo spot when you have it built in with the glass door. I'm not exactly sure if that is going to be functional. It's just something that just now popped into my brain. I'll have to go and play test that actually. And then this bachelor's bedroom is definitely a little bit over the top. I was going for maximalist. I was going for colorful and mix and matched patterns, stuff that doesn't necessarily look amazing together, but as you can see, I went for this gorgeous floral wallpaper for an accent wall. And then I also used the leopard print heart bed. I don't know, that one was just speaking to my soul. I love the colors of it. I think it's so pretty, and the patterns are incredibly mismatched, and I was just embracing that. I felt like that was exactly what the sim would do. They would have a very bougie bedroom with these mixed and matched patterns that don't go together. Very maximalist vibe, because I feel like in their heart, the sim is definitely a maximalist. It's their dream probably to, at some point, move into a beautiful modern penthouse where they have enough space for parties to impress their friends, but also have like a very just like luxurious home to impress their dates with. You know, that's sort of the sim that I was thinking of for this one. Maybe a little bit of a Don Lothario. I always pronounce his name weird, I feel. Maybe that kind of a person, you know? He doesn't have a lot of money, but he kind of pretends to, and he kind of tries to show that at his house through his fancy furniture and art and his over-the-top bedding, you know? That sort of a thing. So yeah, that's what I was going for. I really like how this bedroom turned out. It's very colorful and it definitely stands out a little bit. I mean, this entire house is pretty colorful, but it's a little bit more subtle in most areas. And then there's also an extra bedroom that I turned into a home gym, and I had to use this bed. This bed is so fun. This is actually bed number 3, but it is an item that it's one of the like the digital extra content stuff that you get when you purchase the pack before a certain date. You get a couple extra items. That's what this bed is. And I just love it so much. I thought it was perfect for an extra bedroom whenever they have guests stay the night. Obviously, their dates won't sleep in this room, but it's more for when they have dinner parties and they have friends stay the night or whatever. I just wanted there to be a space for that. And then also I thought this sim would be very much into working out and staying fit, and they have definitely spent some money on at-home gym equipment to show off to their friends and their dates. I actually really like this dumbbell rack thing. I'm sad it's just decorative. I think it would have been really cool if they would give us a couple of new animations, like exercises with like dumbbells. I think that would be really fun, but they didn't do that. It's just for show, and I still like them though. They're really pretty. And then we have a really tiny backyard as well, where I didn't really have a lot of space, but we do have a pool with rounded edges, which is really nice. They can go and have little backyard parties maybe. It's a little bit small, but like whenever they throw parties, Sims can swim here. I think that's really nice. I had to put a couple of loungers, of course, to do some sunbathing, and I just placed a little easel outside and a bench. I thought that was really cute. But that's gonna do it for the speed build, so let's jump right into the game and I'll show you the house in real time. So here we have the little bungalow in the game. I feel like it looks pretty and inviting and cozy, and I'm obsessed with this new tree. This is a debug tree and it's so pretty. So out front here, I really tried to make it look very colorful and inviting. So we do have a little front yard area here. I placed a grill out front because we didn't really have a lot of space in the back. So there's a picnic table and a grill for some grilling underneath this little, what would you call that item? A sun blocker, right? I mean, that makes sense, yeah. And then over here we have the front porch, I guess. It's really small. I like that we have this house number in the game. I think it's a really cute item. It is slightly weird to me that it's not in Simlish. These are actual numbers, which I haven't really seen in the game before, so it almost feels like it's breaking the fourth wall a little bit. And I don't know, it's a little odd, but I do like that item. I think it's really pretty. Then over here in the back, of course, we have the pool with the rounded edges. How fun. I love it. I love it so much. It just fits in a lot better this way, I feel like. And it takes up a little bit less space as well in a small yard like this. So that's perfect. We have some loungers here and then just a little bench and a small fountain. I also put in an easel here. It's kind of tucked away. It's like under a tree, but I thought it would be a nice item to have. But then going inside over here, of course, we have the front door leading you into the open living room area. It is pretty spacious, and I love this terracotta tile, especially in this swatch. This is definitely my favorite. I think it's so beautiful. It's very neutral and just such a nice warm tone. So over here we have the living room space, which has a lot of room for friends to just kind of hang out and talk, maybe watch TV. There is a small small guitar here. I'm loving this guitar, by the way. Also, one of my favorite items in this pack is this axolotl plushie. How adorable. So I had to place that. This game is actually functional. There's no friends in the house to play it with, but it is an actual playable game, so that's really fun. And then the pack also comes with this one tile bar that I thought was perfect for the living room space, so you don't have to walk all the way to the kitchen to make a drink. Back here we have a small office area, and then there is a dining table over here. I really like the look of the higher table with the bar stools. It feels very informal, and yes, you can use it as a dining table, but you can also just hang out and have some drinks, maybe play some games. And then the living room, of course, has this door leading you into the backyard. Then off of this hallway, first of all, we have the kitchen. I really like how the layout for the kitchen turned out. It's a great space for dinner parties, in my opinion. I did go for a base game set of counters, of course, since the pack doesn't come with new counters. So I used these base game ones that fit in pretty nicely, and I also built in this bar in the kitchen. I thought that would be so appropriate for this house to have like a built-in bar in the kitchen, so I had to do that. And then, of course, just your regular kitchen appliances. It's not super cluttered or anything. I didn't have a lot of space for clutter because we do want the kitchen to be functional, but I did place some of the new clutter items here. I love this collage of little pictures. That's also one of my new favorite items. This plant on the wall is gorgeous. Also, these little pots. And I think someone on stream told me that this is a tortilla warmer to, obviously keep your tortillas hot. It's a food warmer, so I don't know. I just thought that was really interesting, and it's such a cute item. And then on the other side of the half wall, we have the formal dining room, I guess you could call it. It's a little bit all over the place color scheme wise, but I tried to embrace that because that's just what it was going to be with these items. So nice dining table, again, another version of that game, or at least just another swatch. I placed a bar back here. I thought that was absolutely perfect. Make some drinks. And then we have a stereo here for music, a mirror with some pictures. I'm loving this mirror. There's also a swatch without the pictures, but I thought it was so perfect. Pictures taken at the dinner parties that this sim throws. That's what I was imagining. Then over here we have the bathroom, and of course we have this closet. So yeah, you can actually woohoo in here. And I wonder about the shower. Okay, well, we can't woohoo with anyone in the shower, but that might just be because we don't have any sim relationship to woohoo with. So I feel like maybe that might be it, or it's just not possible in these showers. But yeah, this bathroom is pretty spacious, but I didn't go for a shower tub combo because obviously I wanted to create a walk-in shower with this door. Then we have a nice double sink moment, which is it feels a little bit too luxurious for this house almost, but that's exactly what I was going for. We have a toilet, of course, and then just some decorations here in the corner. And then on this side here is the main bedroom, the bachelor's bedroom. It's very over-the-top maximalist when it comes to patterns and colors. I love this bed. This heart bed is just so Sims 1. It's so nostalgic, and I'm so happy that we have it in the game. Finally, we've been wanting this for years, so it's finally there. It also vibrates, so that's a whole mood. I put a purple little chair combo here in the corner, and this art is just so stunning. I did put in a kind of makeshift wardrobe here, and of course I had to place one of the main new items in this pack, the suitcase that you can use for dress up. It's filled with costumes, so you can use this to like wear costumes and things. So obviously I had to place that in the bachelor's bedroom as well. And then over here is the gym / extra bedroom. I tried to leave space open here because I was definitely imagining the sim using these dumbbells and kettlebells for exercises, but unfortunately you can't do that. It's just decorative. A couple of new animations, like new exercises, would have been so cool though. For the rest, I love these new gym items. I don't really typically get super excited about gym equipment, but these look good. I think they are great looking items. But yeah, that is basically it for this build. So this bachelor's bungalow is up on the gallery. It uses only the Lovestruck pack and also the Lovestruck digital content. So as soon as you get your hands on the pack, you can go ahead and download this build. I built it on a 30x20 in the new world of Ciudad Enamorada, of course, and it comes in at just over 90,000 simoleons, so it's by no means a starter home. It is not cheap. The sim has definitely spent some money on their furniture and their luxurious looking stuff, so it's a little bit expensive. But if you want to place it in your game, then you can definitely get it as soon as you get the Lovestruck pack. But that's gonna do it for today's video, so I really hope that you enjoyed this one. You can go ahead and download this build off the gallery. My username on the gallery is Simmary Sims. You can follow me on Instagram and on TikTok if you'd like. My username on there is Simmary Sims as well. If you're not subscribed to my channel already, feel free to do so, and if you would like to get notified of every single time I upload a video, just click that little bell icon and you should be fine. I also live stream over on Twitch a few times a week, so if you're interested in that, go ahead and give me a follow over on twitch.tv/SimmarySims. And just a quick reminder that you can use my code SimmarySims at checkout when you purchase any The Sims 4 packs on the EA app or website. So I just want to say thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye!